Court is in session, case file number 004, the people versus Ryomen Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Ryomen Sukuna is not a villain. In the eyes of the law, he's a walking, breathing violation of the United States Code. Most fans talk about his domain expansion or his curse technique, but today we're looking at his rap sheet. I've spent the last 2 days deconstructing every arc of Jujutsu Kaisen through the lens of the real-world federal statute. The conclusion? Sukuna isn't getting bail. He isn't getting a plea deal. He is getting the chair. Then 4 consecutive life sentences, then the chair again, just to make sure he's gone. From the kidnapping of a minor to the first ever trial from crime against humanity in anime history. This is the official prosecution of the King of Curses. Let's get into the charges. Charge number 1, unlawful confinement. Before Sukuna even throws a punch, he's already a federal felon. His entire existence in the modern day is built on in the US Code number 18, section 1201, by forcibly inhabiting Yuji Itadori's body. He's technically holding a victim captive within their own soul. Think about it. Yuji didn't consent to a 1,000-year-old demon king squatting in his soul because Yuji is continuously traumatized and physically harmed every time the king wakes up. This carries a mandatory life sentence and the running total life imprisonment, and we're only 30 seconds into the trial. Charge number 2, the Hobbs Act violation. This is where Sukuna goes from bad roommate to a criminal mastermind. During the Shibuya incident, Sukuna forces a binding vow on Yuji at a metaphorical knife point. That's a textbook extortion under the Hobbs Act. But here's the kicker. For the prosecution, because Sukuna used that vow to orchestrate a massacre, we're hitting him with a conspiracy to commit mass murder enhancement. This wasn't a deal. It was a contract for bloodbath, and the running total for that, life plus 20 years. Why? Because he deserved it. Charge number 3, the Shibuya Massacre. Now we hit the big one. Charge 3, more than 1,000 count of a first-degree murder. When Sukuna activated Malevolent Shrine over Shibuya Station during the rush hour, he didn't just use the technique legally. He literally deployed a weapon of mass destruction as defined by the US Code 18, Section 2332A. The law is merciless here. Malevolent Shrine is indiscriminated. It was used on a civil population and it resulted in mass casualties. Under the federal statute, that's a capital offense. 1,000 deaths. 1,000 death sentences. Good luck with the appeal process, Sukuna. You're not gonna get out of this. And the running total for that, 1,000 death sentences plus life plus 20 years. Charge number 3, a homicide of a federal officer. This one hits the Jujutsu Kaisen world the hardest. Gojo Satoru was, by every functional definition, the head of the law enforcement for sorcery, and under the US Section Code 18, Chapter 1114, killing a federal officer in the performance of their duties is punishable by death. Sukuna fans will argue it was a fair fight, but the prosecution disagree. When an escaped fugitive kills the agent sent to contain them, it's not duel, it's an execution of an officer. And the law is clear here. The running total for that is more than 1,005 death sentences, and we are counting the other first-grade sorcerers he took out. Charge number 5, psychological destruction of a minor. This is the charge that will make the jury turn their heads away. This wasn't a crime. It was a calculated cruelty. Sukuna didn't just kidnap Megumi for Shigeru. He engineered the psychological collapse of a minor to facilitate the possession, and under the US Code 18, Section 1201A, kidnapping a minor with resulting psychological injury is a mandatory life sentence without parole. It's personal, it's vile, and a separated life term is added to the pile. Genocides and crimes against humanity. And finally, we reach the charge that captures what Sukuna truly is. Under the US Code 18, Section 1091, a genocide. Sukuna doesn't kill for a cause. He kills because he views human life as a scenario to be pure. His hysterical rampage and his systemic slaughter in Shibuya proves a specific intent to destroy a group in substantial part. He isn't a monster. He is a genocidal sovereign. This is the gravest charge that the US Code can have, and the final verdict for that is 1,007 death sentences, 4 consecutive life terms, 20 years for extortion, and you guessed it, 0 chance for parole. So let's add it up. The King of Curse is looking at a sentence so long that even his 1,000-year-old soul couldn't serve it. He gets a legal equivalent of the universe saying, no, you do not get to exist in a functional society ever again. And he'd probably just look at the judge and ask if he Gavel was meant to hurt, if the Gavel was meant to hurt. So, if you think Sukuna deserved every single one of those sentences, drop a comment below. Who should I prosecute next? I'm thinking Muzen, Madara. I'll see you next time, and I'll see you in the next hearing. Don't forget to subscribe.